Hello, my precious cinnamon rolls. This is Phoephoe, and I'm here back again on the delightful nightmare that
It's been more than
is
6 years
this
since
game.
I entered that strange house in Boston.
Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the
But
Earth.
to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality.
That's not how schizophrenia
myself
works,
again.
but that's
Or at
not
least
exactly
what
what's
I
going on
believe
here, so...
myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else. Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
Pardon me. Series actually drawing there is one of
What
the
exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
I can't get a word in edgeways of between these guys.
One of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
So, before I go into this, explain that Innsmouth doesn't have a set location in the Lovecraft stories. It seems to move around a bit. Sometimes it's been described as being in England, and sometimes it's been described as being in America. It generally is accepted to have been in America. Arkham, again, is part of Lovecraft's mythos, and Arkham Asylum predates the idea of Arkham Asylum in the Detective Comics universe. It's actually a reference to Lovecraft. So, new client. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National Grocery Store chain. It appears that the First National Grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favour. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination of the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation, if that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighbouring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there have been superstitious tales of strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He's been buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and he wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's just the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. So it's 1922. And we'll be spending most of our time in the game in Innsmouth. And obviously it's Innsmouth that is in the shadow over Innsmouth. I think it features in a couple of other stories, but I couldn't remember which ones they are.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. You don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
Well, what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
That wasn't creepy or off-putting in any way. You know that the statue has no head.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
There's a hotel in front of us. Oh,
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
that's pretty much the attitude of Innsmouth people. They're not friendly.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
There's only a couple of different models. Here it is.
It's the First National Grocery Store.
Oh, we need to go in around the back, and I'm in the wrong place. Hop. I'm perfectly normal. Just walking along, hopping.
It's a crime scene. The local law enforcement has blocked the main entrance. The alley has been cordoned off by the police.
Stop! You can't come down there.
Right, we need to sneak past him, I think.
The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful. It won't open.
Right, that's stealth mode, I think. We're not actually sneaking past enemies, at least not yet. Barrels. I've forgotten how to crouch as well. Ah, there we go. We got our good old leany controls. Where is that police guy? Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. We'll wait for him to go past, I think. You don't see nothing. So there's this thing called the Innsmouth look, which initially appears to be some kind of genetic disorder from inbreeding. And it's in the books, it's to make you go, ooh, this is creepy. But in the video game, it gives them an in-universe reason for why people look the same. I think this is it.
It won't open.
Nope, that's not it. We're in the right area, I think, though. Yeah. Save point. We cannot save the game anywhere else, and this is most of the difficulty.
The window's smashed. I can see what looks like an old dark room. The delivery truck for the Innsmouth courier.
It even it hasn't. The fact this town actually has a newspaper is quite impressive, but I don't think it's
Nothing of interest.
actually in circulation.
The door's bolted shut. The door's bolted shut.
How do we get in? Where's the bolt? So we have to find the bolt and draw it, but... oh, it all went very quiet! Oops! I clicked on a... I didn't mean to click on that, I meant to click on these. Where is the... Ah, this is the one we went in.
It's unlocked.
Right. It's telling us we can push things, which is good. So, if we keep out the police guy from coming and getting us.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. Nothing of interest here.
Health kit. We'll be needing that. Oh, I can't get to it from here. There's a cash register first. Let's get that health kit.
It won't open. Can't see anything of use. These posters are everywhere. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange.
But Brian wouldn't need to do that because he had the keys.
The store may be low on stock, but it won't budge.
Okay.
Looks like the door was forced open, and there's scratch marks on the wood. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nope, nothing important here.
Yep.
Nope, nothing of interest. The drawer is empty. The drawer is empty. The till's empty.
What was that? Oh shit.
No real surprise.
Right, there's a trapdoor somewhere in the floor here, and we picked up the wooden handle, which is what we opened it with, but I can't remember where it is. There it is.
It looks like I need some sort of
Because the police are breaking their way in, and that is bad. We...
What they doing snooping around here? Get out! And what have you got there? Trying to take evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
That's never happened to me before, that actually. We have to do that again.
That alley leads around the back of the First National.
Yeah, I'll just fast forward a bit. Okay, here we go again. Get down that down ladder. Oh, crouch, 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 crouch. How do we get down the friggin'... Oh, okay, that was scripted. That was supposed to happen. That's another thing about Innsmouth, everything's fallen to crap.
You can rock.
Lovely police, yeah, they're so cordial and polite. Right, another health kit. Of that.
Nothing of interest.
He didn't take the health kit from me. He only took the rum and the handle from the safe. So book that. Don't know what to do with that rum. Diary. Some missing entries. When he had amnesia, the diary entries were Boston Globe inside Boston's strangest church. So those of readers who live near its headquarters and an ordinary-looking Boston resident will need no introduction to Fellowship of Yith. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group, for us, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the Pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. The question must be asked: at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbours, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regards to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this social church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt had not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. Well, this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering in the street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbours, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police empowers to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old houses at all hours of the day and night. They change colour unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and, worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbours are convinced that the services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared to complain to police were told that because the house is private property and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise of complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is this Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear of distress that caused the local community? A source within police department speaking on condition of anonymity tells the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston's citizens, fiercely exposing the truth about this so-called church and its followers. Got nothing to say about it, though. Our findings will be published in these papers over the following months so all may know the truth. Editor's note: it was with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addleston, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yith when he apparently drowned in the Boston Harbour. The coroner has ruled his death as suicide. Our condolences go out to the family. So that was about the cultists that we saw in the first video, the worshipping Yith, which you've probably figured out were the things we saw the mysterious shadows of, and those are the beings that appear in the shadow of time. Arkham Advertiser. These have robbed the First National grocery store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, says Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager, from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened, and First National Grocery had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. I bet they couldn't. Diary of Brian Burnham. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing: I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why no one comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because the First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores open that either. Come as that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. So there's a lady involved, and he did rob
It looks like
something.
a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Oh, we just did that. Oh, right, so there's no way out of here. The stairs are fucked. Excuse my French. Oh, we're pressing the wrong news button. I've been playing
The ladders
too many
and
different
stairs have
games.
collapsed. It's not important. I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here.
Oh, look.
I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here. Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
Ah, good old physics puzzles. Nice when it works.
The walls collapsed. It must have already been badly damaged on one side.
Oh, hello.
The cellar's filled with human remains. These people must have died a long time ago.
This is the dark room where we're looking
There's some
through the
issues
window.
of the Innsmouth Courier lying here, and they're dated 1846.
We saw this through the window earlier.
The
There it
window
is.
was smashed, and I can see the back alley. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition. Nothing of interest.
Ammunition. Don't have a gun, no. So I don't have a gun.
Nope, nothing of interest. The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged. It won't open.
So the printing press has been smashed.
General notices. They're all dated 1846.
A bolt. They are an important plot piece because and when we need to
It
run
won't
away from
open.
things, we need to bolt the door behind us as well. Whoa, hello. I think the game just crashed. No, it's just not working. Okay. This is why I was a bit concerned about doing a video playthrough of this game because it's slightly broken. Oh, I should have saved my game and I can't because I have to go backtrack again. Okay, so I got back to where I was earlier, and we're just not gonna go look at that hanged lady because it locked up the game. So since it was entirely optional, we're just gonna go back out here.
Jack?
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector.
I believe
They
that,
posted me
yeah.
in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
The Marshes are the bigwigs in Innsmouth. Okay, let's save the game first. Let's take a look, see at what he gave us. I read that already. Innsmouth robbery, missing manager accused. In yesterday's edition, we reported on a burglary at the recently opened First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth. The case took a new turn today as authorities in the town named Brian Burnham, the store's managers, are suspecting the case. Burnham has not been seen since the robbery and is thought to have left the area. It is a very straightforward case, said Chief Constable Andrew Martin in response to inquiries by the advisor. The young man simply robbed his employer and fled. I imagine he's now out of the county now, if not the state. The Chief Constable dismissed concerns expressed by First National Groceries Regional Manager Mr. Arthur Anderson that Burnham may have been kidnapped or injured. Yeah, I believe that. Save the game again, just because it unlocks that file that I've just read. And now I'm going to see if I can trigger that scary hanging lady scene to see if the game locks up or not. Nope, it works this time.
Holy shit! Nothing of
Good.
interest here. Can't see anything of use.
There's a fire here.
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back. The flooring is badly damaged. Must have been caused by the fire.
There hasn't been a newspaper since 1840 something.
It won't open.
But that lady's only been dead a couple of months, so something strange is going on here. Not sure what we do next, but we'll find out. Oh, this is where Jack starts having these flashes, although I'm not sure it's him having them. Something.
Keep your trap shut. I won't tell him
Something
anything.
was on the roof up here. There was something up here watching this.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Sorry, stranger. I can't help you.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm looking for a Brian Burnham. He works locally, in the First National grocery store.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Such a helpful police force.
It's locked. It's locked. That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
I'm not sure where we're supposed to go next, I don't remember. I wonder if I've missed something. Not got anything new? Bottle of rum. I know what to do with the rum, but I can't remember how to get to the place we use it. Maybe I've missed something in the shop. Or maybe not.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Oh, yep, this is the wake up.
Ocean blue, and a ship that loves the light, with a good wine piping, with a good wind piping merrily, in the Solent's gallant mast. Ah, my boys, these are
delightful.
the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, and a home on the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds its gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha ha! Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name. Though too few use it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Because he knows what's going on.
Running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
He's a character from one of the Lovecraftian stories, but I don't remember which one. Will you give him the rum?
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here'll be a little something in gratitude that may help you in your search.
That's the sound of our feet moving backwards.
Yeah. Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Lipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods, them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed.
That
and
was
his
the
way.
date on the newspaper,
And
1946.
all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting, screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy of strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all?
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dark Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Okay, that was a lot of exposition.
A seedy-looking bar called the Garden. Unfortunately, it's shut.
Ha ha! Tonight, boys,
It
we
won't
must
open.
fight. But
Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
in warring foreign parts, the old fool had learned to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by the name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices. Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over the port. He caught something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after that smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen that shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had
Okay.
his fill for the night. Zadok. Zadok.
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Okay. So, we got a key to the town poorhouse. Didn't get a diary update. Didn't get anything else. Okay. Where's the poorhouse? I'm supposed to go talk to somebody called Waits. Oh, hello.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And is there anyone in Innsmouth who doesn't know my name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, you have to follow me. It's not wise to be seen talking to outsiders. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
So this is basically an upgraded
I've
save
seen
point.
that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
It means that you can't be attacked in this area. Right, so... now we need to go onwards to the poorhouse. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, another one of them. So this would be a good place to end this video. Mysterious things are happening. We don't know what's going on, but we know that somebody's not telling the truth. Hi, this is Phoephoe. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and if you really liked it, please subscribe.